welcome back to Remy's Motovlog. Okay, so this morning on the way in, I talked about Harley Davidson marketing and where I think the breakout fits. What is this person doing? Like, stopping in the middle of nowhere. As I may have mentioned in that video, or maybe I just cut all that out, not sitting behind you. Anyway, my thoughts for the next bike kind of are Harley. I'm thinking a Softail standard as a project. And what I'm hoping is that by then, I can buy a used Softail standard, inexpensive enough to make it not a horrible purchase. One of the newer ones, but by then, hopefully this is a year or so, build it out as part of the show, part of the channel. And, if the channel isn't big enough to support that, I may put it off. What I might do is do another Japanese bike, more of a touring bike, with bags and all that jazz, and keep going on that vein for another year and see where we're at. Because what I don't want to do is pour cash into it. If I'm buying it used, maybe it needs new brakes. Maybe other hardware is not in such great shape. Maybe the clutch plates are worn. Whatever. Now, all that can be content, but it adds up. And if the channel isn't big enough that it's paying for that content, then I'm out of pocket that money. My goal would be to not sell this, or if I replace it with some other Japanese bike with better bag setups, that I would keep it while I'm working on the Harley, and then decide at the end of it, is the Harley the bike I want to keep as my daily driver? Do I want to keep both? Can I afford to keep both? Or do I want to then sell the Harley and start the next project? Because that's part of it. You build out the bike and you sell it to fund the next bike. It's if I build out a Softail standard and it's pretty neat, pretty cool. Say I'm 17 in on the bike, or hell, if we go mild on the first one, just as we do it with the plan of turning this around and reinvesting the money. So you don't want to spend a ton of money. You're cleaning it up, making it look good. Getting it to the point where you can get more money back out than you paid in, right? Okay. If you go crazy on it and you start doing exhaust and suspension, those are $1,000 each. So those add up real quick. And honestly, how much value do you get back out of that when you sell? Not much. Those are things that you're really not going to get your money back out. They're not cosmetic. They're not somebody looks at the bike and goes, ooh, ah. Those are things for the aficionado, and they're going to go, but I want this, or I want that. Same thing with wheels. Do you get the wheels polished up? Sure. But do you put real money into fancy ones? Not unless you had to replace the wheels anyway. But I would try to avoid a bike that needed anything major. I would get something that really needed cleaned up. You know, something where new bars, pegs, levers, would go a long way. You know, good cleaning, good detailing, replace some corroded nuts and bolts, clean off the rust, maybe a little paint, and you're back in, you know, new price range. Now that, if the channel is big enough to support it, makes a whole lot of sense. Because you turn that around, and even if you only make a little money, or even none, if it just doesn't cost you a ton of money, it makes sense from the channel's perspective, because the channel grows. You know, while you're doing it, you're building an audience, and you're not pouring money out the door to do it. The things I've done on this bike have all been things I was doing anyway. I haven't done anything on this bike that was not already on my list to at least try. So, anyway, I am home. We will see how this goes. I'm curious how you guys feel about this more general vlogging style. Just discussing thoughts, plans, ideas. Because let's be real, guys. The whole thing with the Harley, it is literally, I mean, we're talking a year out, or some large fraction or multiplication of. It might be 2, 3. And even that is just a spitball idea. This is me looking at what other channels have done successfully and going, that seems cool. Take care, have fun, stay safe, and enjoy the ride.